G'day, my name's Todd Standing. I'm the man who takes people out in the field and has them either live interact with or eyewitness a Sasquatch. I'm here in beautiful Alabama. I've been touring around for days, talking to lots of local people, heard some incredible stories, incredible encounters, been learning about the terrain, the new species, the new sounds, and this is one of the most intriguing places I've found. So there's layers of pools like this and beautiful waterfalls like this all over this place. This is Sasquatch habitat. All around this I've found different tree breaks, different markers from Sasquatch, some really interesting structures that are clearly done by Sasquatch, and Sasquatch tracks all around these areas. So I'm here with Justin on my Wednesday overnight expedition in Alabama, and he just noticed this very interesting looking tree break. One thing to note about it, so the break is clean. This wood is hard. I was breaking this when it was half an inch thick, and I was straining with all my might. This break is clean, but I wouldn't look on the ground for tracks, because what I'm seeing here, every year this whole canopy disperses down on the ground.
Exactly.
This is at least 3 to 5 years old. At least 3 years old. So we're gonna have 3 years worth of coverage, and we're talking not just leaves but seeds and all kinds of, even the pine trees. You see the pine trees shed their needles out here. So you got pine needles and leaves from 3 years. There's no point in looking on this ground for a track at all. That would
hard to track out here.
That would be, if I have 3 pieces of evidence, then I'm gonna say it's a fact. Right now I only have 1, and it's not pointed at the trail. So I would give it a second point of likely Sasquatch if this was pointed directly at the trail. But what we're gonna look for now is if we see another busted tree pointed in the same direction, that's hugely significant. Because what that would mean is, that would mean it's okay to go down the trail this way. So I have seen them point parallel to the trail like that, and not directly at the trail, but it has a different meaning. So we need to see, this is 1 piece of evidence, we need to see 2 more pieces of substantiating evidence before this can really lead to me thinking factually this is a Sasquatch tree break. These pools are not terribly popular. This area is specially named. I'm not going to name the exact area, but it's clearly named after Sasquatch, just in more local indigenous terms. And I believe the Sasquatch here, since I'm here, it's August, one of the hottest months of the year, incredibly beautiful, incredibly hot. I'm very convinced they use these pools to cool off. Even so, that there are people that do come here, they'd cool off at night. They'd come in these pools, they'd clean up, and early in the morning maybe take a bath. The evidence I have, other than tree breaks and tracks around this area, showing that this is a special place to them. Here in particular around this area, I haven't found any definitive smoking gun evidence, but wouldn't it be nice if we could give this back to them? Wouldn't it be nice if we could take this area and close it off and give it back to the Sasquatch and make this a place where these indigenous people, these forest people, beautiful forest. Look at the forest here. Absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Look at that canopy.
We just came through all that.
Yeah, so we just came through all this. Wow. There's all that. Wow. The Tallagada National Forest. Or at least what we can see of it. Because you can see it's gonna go up over there, and over there, and over there, and probably back over there.
Oh yeah, 130 miles that way.
And then around over here. Only 130 miles that way. So, wow, and even that's far down. It's gorgeous. Full of, teeming with life. Certainly not a full-fledged ecosystem like what I'm used to, where we have bears and mountain lions and elk and moose and deer and big predators. And obviously it's not like that. We're in the camping areas, I'm seeing people leaving food around and making little messes that wouldn't be tolerated where I'm from, because the bears would come in and, you know, would become very dangerous. Even the wolves would become dangerous if they were fed inappropriately, the way food is left around out here. But I'm very convinced by these incredible local people that I'll be showing interviews here on my YouTube channel about, that have had incredible encounters, very convincing evidence. And can you imagine how it feels to come over 3,000 miles I flew out here and to see Sasquatch tracks, to see Sasquatch tree breaks, to see Sasquatch structures, just like we've identified through the Pacific Northwest, my team and I. And, you know, knowing that they're here, knowing that these beautiful pools exist, I'd be tempted to leave, you know, cameras out here that would, they'd have to be specialized cameras that would, you know, pick up movement in the distance. You know, they could be set that way, but it'd be very interesting. It was something I'd be very interested in doing. I am going to come back to Alabama. I'm planning for February. I'm going to start doing Sasquatch expeditions out here because of some pretty significant, tremendous, amazing evidence I've discovered, thanks to being guided by local people, and the way the local people have embraced me, this beautiful southern culture that they have here. How could you not just fall in love with it and appreciate the conservativeness of it, the beauty of it. I think it's wonderful. I've really appreciated my time out here. I've been treated so fantastically well. Learning about even how to walk and get my footing. So beautiful here. I think the biggest difference that I've noticed out here are the snakes. They're not as difficult though as people have made them out to be. I'm seeing that they're much easier to deal with than I had previously thought. Seems they just want to be left alone. I've seen more snakes fleeing me and trying to get away from me than anything else. But how are the Sasquatch out here? That's the big question. And I'm feeling, the reason I brought up the culture and the people is it seems the Sasquatch out here are also very conservative and live as such. And I can see that because the land is old and it's very much unchanging out here. Where I'm from, it's harsh and things are new every year with winter, and it's not like that here. They don't go through these kind of changes. I hope you can understand that the conservativeness of the land and the people. It's something that's universal all through this place, and I can't really put my finger on it, but I really feel that in all the way through in all the species, including Sasquatch out here. So it creates a new dynamic in the research that I'll be doing out here. So what COVID has done is, since America couldn't come to me because most of my expeditioners are from the United States of America, I came to America because Canadians are allowed to fly to the United States and Americans are not allowed to fly to Canada, just because the Canadians have got the COVID much more under control. The United States is being severely damaged by it, and it's still, the numbers are still really bad out here, which breaks my heart. I love the United States so much, and to see them suffering so badly with COVID, it just breaks my heart. So even understand it. There are people that might be upset, but I'm out in the wilderness, and I'm out here to show my support for America in this time of difficulty they're going through. And you know, I am taking necessary precautions. Don't be chastised and don't be hating on me, because I'm out here and living my life and bringing joy and happiness. I have fans and supporters out here that have been tremendously happy to have me out here. And again, I'm taking all the precautions necessary. But the good thing is I'm going to start in the wintertime when it's cold in Canada, when there's 4 to 20 feet of snow on the ground. I'm going to come out to beautiful Alabama in the winter, and that's when people are getting really great success with Sasquatch. So that's the plan, is back to Alabama. Hard place to come visit, right? I mean, wow, what do you say? Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous spot. Layer and layer of gorgeous, beautiful falls like this over and over. The water is magnificent. The temperature is beautiful. And to be honest, this has been one of the most fantastic vacations I've had, working vacations I've ever had in my entire life. Because it has been hard, and I have worked. My legs are tired and sore. I had heat stroke just about the first day. I was close. The first day I came out here, boy, we hiked a good, miles and miles, and it was unyielding Alabama August heat that the locals warned me about. It was hard, but we got through it. And then I found myself, when you're on that precipice from heat stroke, day after day, it was there. You could feel the headache. You could feel that how close you were to it. And fortunately for me, the weather got really nice, like it is right now. By nice, I mean cloudy with a little bit of rain from time to time. If you know anything about Alabama, the rain comes in and goes out, comes in and goes out. And when you're hot, it's a wonderful gift. You just absorb it and love it and appreciate it. So the sun's been great. The insects have been very manageable, and I just couldn't have been happier. This has been one of even one of the best vacations. Some of the most amazing people I've ever met in my life, from Dixie Cryptid to who, the locals, the Lanita and John, and of course Michelle and Justin. All these incredible locals that have just embraced me and been so wonderful. Heartfelt gratitude for them supporting me locally and coming out and showing me and teaching me and taking me to places. I stand on the shoulders of great men and women, and that's what I'm doing here, and it's been fantastic. So, yeehaw! I'm in the Tallagada forest, and I could say cheehaw. And over by Cheehaw Lake, Cheehaw River, the Cheehaw Falls. I've been out here in the Tallagada forest. I've hiked all through it, been a little backcountry, stayed on some trails. The Pinhoti Trail, it's been absolutely magnificent, and I can't wait to come back. So in the meantime, I go back to Canada. Hardcore backcountry expeditions in the Radium start immediately, all the way through September into October. Lots of new amazing stuff coming, so stay tuned. It's going to be a fantastic year. I'm very excited about it.